This is Amber Sampson from Las Vegas Weekly, and this is my story from the print section in the August 6th, 2026 issue. Well read. 3 local authors unpack their recent novels and share why you should add them to your summer list. Close Relationships with Strangers, Krista Diamond. Krista Diamond explores parasocial obsession with celebrity through a Las Vegas wildlife photographer turned Los Angeles paparazzo who fixates on a familiar A-lister's sex scandals. What sparked the idea? Quote, I originally wrote Close Relationships with Strangers as a short story and then a novella about a paparazzi photographer in Los Angeles because I'm interested in parasocial relationships in celebrity culture. It became a novel when I decided to add in the narrator's previous life as a busser at a restaurant inspired by the Pepper Mill in Las Vegas. On writing from a paparazzi's perspective. Quote, so many people told me how much they hate paparazzi, citing things like Princess Diana's death and Britney Spears' 2007 breakdown. I was not interested in trying to change that perception, but I was interested in a character study of someone who becomes the kind of person who thrives in such an unethical role. I wanted to write a sort of villain origin story that isn't asking you to agree with the character's choices, but also isn't letting go of that person's humanity. Who is this book for? Quote, the novel is for anyone who is interested in celebrity culture from a thoughtful rather than a worshipful standpoint. It's for anyone who loves the wilderness and lore of the West. It's for anyone who has ever felt lonely and wondered why it's easier to stay home and watch a familiar TV show than to go to a party. The Video Store Massacre by Michael Grimala. Michael Grimala's debut is a love letter to 90s slasher films, following a group of middle schoolers who uncover the terrifying truth about a drive-in massacre from 15 years ago. What sparked the idea? Quote, a few years ago, this place near my house started hosting a horror trivia night. I had a blast, kind of a find-your-own-people moment. They had seen the same movies as me. They obsessed over the same facts and minutiae. They had the same passion. That provided the spark to write a book about a kid discovering that passion for horror. On writing from a kid's perspective, there's just something about that age. It's such a sweet spot for horror fans. That's when the monster grabs you and it only lasts a few years. You can still love it as an adult, but it's not quite the same. It's better when it's guarded, when there's an obstacle. It's like a secret you have with your friends. Who is this book for? Quote, not kids. Once you get a couple chapters in, some stuff starts happening that's definitely not intended for children. The people who have connected with the most, obviously, seem to be the ones who remember going to the video store. The horror hounds who would go every Friday night and rent something they'd never heard of before, just based on the cool cover art. Whether the movie turned out to be any good or not, that was part of the fun. On the nostalgia of VHS stores. Quote, I love physical media. Since writing the book, I started collecting VHS tapes in earnest. Anything that I can remember renting from my local store, I'm trying to add to my collection. The video store was a physical place. The clerk would tell you about this Italian horror film that would blow your mind. You might run into your science teacher or the girl you had a crush on. That's not to say that it was better than today. That's the trap of nostalgia. But it's not something that can be recreated. You can't go back to the video store. Writing this book was the best I could do. The Kings of Vegas by Jennifer Kaufman and Karen Mack. Jennifer Kaufman and Karen Mack, whose family has lived in Vegas for 3 generations, including her father, Jerome Mack, the pioneering financier for whom the Thomas Mack Center is named, offer readers insight into a real casino empire through the eyes of Josie King, a rightful heir who returns to reign over the family business. What sparked the idea? Quote, we wanted to create a realistic view into the inner workings of Las Vegas casino culture from someone who lived and breathed it, not what some guy from New Jersey imagined what life was like. On growing up in a classic casino age. Quote, as teenagers, we raced pickups in the desert. Our French class outing was a brunch at the Sahara Hotel with our special guests, the Lido de Paris dancers. The Rat Pack hung out at the Sands. Mobsters skimmed the casinos. The FBI tapped our home phone lines. It was a colorful childhood. I wanted to give people a window into a world where families like mine tried to lead a normal life in a place that was not at all normal. Who is this book for? Quote, readers who love thrillers with gritty crime scenes, complicated family sagas, and slow-burn, passionate romances will relish this book. It offers all the glitz, excess, violence, and danger of the Las Vegas casino culture, with some surprising twists along the way. Also for readers who like books about strong female protagonists. Josie is a fierce, intelligent heroine, not afraid to do whatever she needs to protect her family legacy. You can find this story and others online at LasVegasWeekly.com.